Hey guys, Ali here, Depth Charge bassist. How are you doing? I'm a little bit late in doing the summer update this year because there were some things that I wanted to wait till they had happened before I told you. First of all, starting from the beginning of the year, I think as I told you in the winter update, we finished recording the album. The beginning of this year was basically mixing and mastering and essentially transforming the album into the concept that we had in mind, rather than it just being a load of tracks on a disc, you know. So the beginning of the year was basically doing that and finalising all that stuff, and it has turned out swimmingly well. After that, it was basically a case of listening to it, making tweaks, listening to it, making tweaks, listening to it some more, until we got it to a place where it's at now, and has been for months, which is a place where we're happy with it. And as far as the technical side and the recording side of the album goes, it's all done. Now since then we have been in touch with a number of people to get the album published and prepared for a physical release as well as a digital release. We want to do something quite special with the physical release, should I say. We want to have it in a format that actually makes it important and something worth actually having in the physical world over the digital version of the album. So we've been looking at a number of different configurations for, the kind of case type and the potential layouts for artwork and stuff inside the case, and it's pretty interesting stuff. We are going to be there's going to be a kind of an art book as well that goes along with the album, because essentially it's telling the story. We're working with our good friend Alex on that. He's doing the artwork, or the majority of the artwork, for the album. I can't remember exactly what happened there. I'm pretty sure he just said that he wanted to do the album artwork, and we said, yeah, alright. Because we really like his stuff, we like his style, and it would be silly of us, really silly of us to turn down an opportunity like that. So Alex is going to be coming up at some point in the summer, because he's still down in England for his university. But when he comes back up, he's going to be, I think we're going to be hammering the artwork and trying to get it in a good position before he has to go back, because we're going to have, for the physical copy, we're going to have like an art book, like a graphic book. I don't know if I think it's going to be in the style of like a comic book, and it basically tells the story of the album, which is called, by the way, forgot to say, the album's called Journey of Intrigue, and it really is. It is quite a journey. So yes, artwork's the only thing needing to be done before we release the album. I think we're going to do the physical and the digital releases at the same time. We've been holding back the digital side of things until we figure out exactly sort of the time scale for the physical release, and then once we know that, we'll act. So, just putting aside the album for a second, I mentioned that we bought a laptop, and we did. And essentially that is the drummer for the time being. We've already tried him out. Rehearsals went fine. We had a gig at the end of June in Edinburgh, and there was a bit of a technical hiccup. The first technical hiccup I think we've had since we initially set it up. But the gig went fine. The link for the video will be in the description below. And yeah, it was a good show. Laptop, for all intents and purposes, worked out quite well, and that will basically be the drummer for, well, however long it takes us for us to get our hands on a full-time drummer for the band. We've had a couple of tryouts this year, and again, we're still in the same sort of position. But drummer being a laptop means it's possible for us to get out and gigging. As I said at the end of last year, 2012 was a year where we made really good progress in the studio side of things. We left it far too long to record the album, and now that we've done that, we're kind of getting ourselves back out onto the stage like we did in 2011, and kind of taking it from there. And with the aid of the laptop, that's now possible. Now, there's been some pretty big development made over the past few months. As you know, we live in the middle of nowhere, and it's awesome. It's great. But we are going to be moving before the end of the year. The person that we rent this place from is selling the estate, and as a result we need to move out. So at some point in the next couple of months we will be away, moved somewhere else. Not sure where yet, we're still kind of hunting. We're hoping to find a place that's in a very, very similar situation to this, because this is incredibly convenient, and without a place like this we wouldn't have been able to do all the stuff that we've done, like recording and stuff like that, all in-house and do it all by ourselves. So yeah, we're going to be moving at some point soon. So we're hoping to get another gig or two before we move. When we move, I guess I'll have to scout out the local venues and see what we can do. As I said, we're not quite sure where we're moving yet. There's a number of favourite places, purely because of the location and the fact that the location is convenient for getting into other locations which have venues. So far, the Borders in Scotland seems to be a favourite, but we need to get ourselves a place, find a place, and apply for it and get it and then move. So it's all kind of up in the air right now, but we're passively packing this place up. Like, the living room's a mess, and basically the only stuff that isn't packed away is our PCs and the band room, because we still use them, and obviously our beds, we still sleep too. So that's basically going to be taking up the rest of the year, I think. The next time I make a video, it'll be in another place, and I'll no doubt give you a tour of the place, and if it has nice views I'll show you them. But we're just focusing heavily at the moment on finding the ideal place rather than just moving on a whim, because if we move to the wrong place and there's any kind of neighbours who get narky with us, that seriously can jeopardise what we do and what we want to continue doing and move forward with. And who knows, when we move we might actually have more of an opportunity to find a drummer, because over the past 2 years it's been like trying to get blood from a stone sometimes. So hopefully that task will also be made much easier, and we can actually move forward as a three-piece by the end of the year. You never know. But I think that's basically it for the summer update for this year. So just a quick rundown. Finished the album. It will be out by the end of the year, once we get all the artwork and stuff sorted. We're hoping to get a few more gigs before we move house, and moving house and settling in and all that kind of stuff is essentially, I think, what we're going to be consumed by up until the winter update, in which I shall tell you where we're moving forward from that point. But for now, thanks to everybody who came to see us in Edinburgh. Actually, there was a few people that we knew. There's a few people who I know of but have never met before, who were in Edinburgh because they live there, and of course all you guys who watch the videos and listen, read the ramblings on Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. I hope you all are well. Thanks for your support over the past 6 months and beyond, and yeah, I shall see you guys in the winter time. See ya.